Today's video is sponsored by Home Chef. Hey guys, you're watching my real life vlogs. Thanks for tuning in. So, me and Ann just got home. I just picked her up from therapy. She actually has another session in home scheduled for this evening, so I like to kind of prepare for that, make sure that all her toys are organized or whatever needs to happen so that her and her therapist can have a productive session. So that's happening. Also, you guys, today is the day that I'm going to be going out back to break down this patio, basically winterize it. The reason I decided to film this is because at least a couple dozen of you guys have asked me what were my plans for winterizing the patio or just kind of winterproofing it. So I figured I'd just film it in a vlog. So I went to Menards yesterday, got some tarp that I'm going to be using to kind of cover the furniture. And I'm just gonna show you guys some of my methods for like making sure that everything stays safe and alive. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. With fall here, I think I've been inspired more so than ever before to make home cooked meals. I've really been into the spirit this year. You guys probably can tell. I decorated for the first time ever. I actually never decorate for fall, but I've really just been in the spirit. But no matter how much you want to cook for your family, it's hard to constantly be inspired and to come up with new recipes and to go to the grocery store back and forth constantly. So with Home Chef, I'm able to execute the meals and have the fall vibes that I want without having to be inconvenienced. I'm always really excited about my Home Chef delivery because it comes directly to my doorstep and I already know that inside that box is going to be all kinds of deliciousness. I absolutely love being able to just go on my computer and select the meals that I want to eat that week, knowing that everything I need is going to come in that one delivery. And Home Chef has taken it even a step further in the convenience department with their fresh and easy plan. I love the oven ready options. I like to just order something that I can just dump all into the one pan, pop it in the oven, and I have a delicious meal that my husband absolutely loves. These are his favorites. If you're already a Home Chef subscriber, which I hope you are, sis, then you probably already noticed that you have an oven ready option every week. But if you're new to all of this, I definitely encourage you to sign up as a new customer and get $80 off your first 4 orders using my code. Definitely want to click the link in the description box to have access to that. With the fresh and easy plan, not only do you get the oven ready option, but you also get a grill ready option as well as an entree salad option. So there's tons to choose from, you guys, and there's something for everyone to love. I feel like Home Chef is for people who love to cook, but also for people who don't love to cook. So click the link below to get started with my discount. So here's what I need to do out here today, you guys. My whole point, my whole purpose of winterproofing this patio is to protect my furniture, protect all the things that we spent our money on. Also to make sure that these plants don't die. These are actually house plants that I have out here. And I'm pretty sure I waited too late to bring them in, so it may be too late for one of them, but I'm gonna try to save the other one. House plants can survive outside up until a certain temperature. Definitely just gotta bring it in before it gets too cold. So I'm probably gonna do a voiceover for this next part because I'm not gonna try to remember everything in this moment, but if you guys come along with me, I'll show you how I do this thing, okay? Come on. So this is what my end of season patio looks like right now. If you guys missed my big patio reveal video, looking at it in its prime, then definitely click the link to check it out. First things first, I gotta bring these house plants in. You guys, I got these from IKEA. These are the Majesty palm plants. They're so cute. They look like little palm trees for outside, and they're actually really heavy because of the dirt. They're like 45 pounds, but I'm afraid that one of them might be dead, right? Because you have to bring them in before a certain temperature, and when it starts to get close to like 40 degrees and stuff, it's pretty much over for the plants. And like I suspected, this one actually ended up dying a little bit later, but that's okay because the other one is just fine. It's live and thriving, and I'm just going to make it a part of the interior decor until it's time to go back outside in the spring. Next, I'm going to winterize my little fire pit that my dad got for us. The thing about it is you want to get rid of all of these ashes because if that stuff were to get wet, it's going to get all corroded and it's going to rot the bottom of your fire pit. So I went ahead and put on some gloves, got a couple grocery bags. I'm just going to sweep and shovel all of this dust out of here. I feel like when we were growing up, my parents always had fire pits and my mom would just dump it in the grass and like just water it down. I didn't want to do that because I have a dog, you know, in the back, and I just want to keep things safe. So I feel like the best way to really get rid of this stuff is to scoop it out of the fire pit and throw it in the trash. Honestly, I just feel like with this method, it's so much easier to get rid of moisture. If some were to get into your fire pit, you could just easily tip the thing over and run it off into the grass, you know, whatever, and not have to worry about like water mixed with ashes and it becomes like this paste. It also makes it so that I can actually use this thing throughout the winter if I choose to because it's ready to go. As the final step, I'm just going to consolidate all of the moving parts and cover this thing with an old grill cover that we are not using. Next, I'm going to address all of my seat cushions. Now, these items were designed for outside so they can stand the cold and moisture, But why would you want your cushions to get all wet and nasty? I'm gonna bring this stuff in. I will say though that if you have an outdoor shed, that's a really good place to store these through the winter, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in the basement because we don't have a shed, but I think they would be able to survive outside in the cold. I just wanna get them away from the moisture. I don't want them to be dirty. You know, I don't wanna have to wash them at the start of the spring season. I wanna just start using them. Now my little beloved bistro set is made out of iron, you guys, so I don't need to do anything with this set. It's gonna stay outside. I'm just going to bring the cushions in and throw them in the wash. I'm just sweeping these leaves away off of the patio rug. This is an outdoor rug, so it's designed to look like, you know, an interior rug, but it is not made of any kind of fabric material, so this can actually stay outside for the duration of the winter season. This one's made with plant fibers and some other synthetic materials, so it has kind of a plasticky feel, so it's good through the cold and moisture. The sofa and outdoor furniture itself is made of a PVC material, which is the same stuff they use for the privacy fences, and aluminum, which is waterproof. So everything is rust and corrosion resistant. I kind of don't want to bring this plant in the house because it's fake and it's been outside all season, so I'm just going to store it in our grill unit. And this oversized grill cover is really good. We got it from Menards, of course. As a Midwest winterizing measure, I'm just going to pull back this retractable pergola shade just so that it won't collect snow and come collapsing down. Next, I just want to consolidate all of the furniture, so I'm just going to push all of the sofa sectional pieces together, and then I'm going to go and grab all of those stools from the pub table and bring those closer as well and just consolidate everything. And speaking of the pub table, I'm sure you guys remember this little fiberglass pit right in the center. It has its own cover, so that's that. Now I'm just grabbing my house ladder and taking down these string lights. We got these from Menards, and they are outdoor grade, so they can withstand the cold to I think about 30 degrees below. But I'm choosing to take them down just because they are made of real glass, and I just don't want the high winds that we get to, you know, thrust those things up against the pergola and have broken glass everywhere. I don't want to come out here to, you know, broken stuff in the spring. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring them in. And out of everything, this was probably the most tedious to do because I was trying to be really careful, and, you know, I had them kind of looped around the pergola pretty good and also had some of them nailed up there. So this probably took the most time out of everything, but I think it was worth it. All while I'm breaking down this patio, you guys, I'm trying to get a system in place in my mind so that when I do this next year, it'll be more routine and it'll be easier. So here I am trying to create a system and some type of order for these string lights when this happened. Yep, nobody's perfect and things do not always go according to plan, but the good news is that I have some extra bulbs so I can replace it. My advice to you is just to be extremely careful with those string lights unless you want broken bulbs. Here I am just consolidating the chairs to my little bistro set, and then now it's time for me to take up and in these tiki torches. Mine were all empty of fuel, but I have to say definitely make sure they're empty before you bring them into your house. I'm actually going to store these in the garage. If you've watched this long, you've reached the final step. This is when I'm going to cover everything with my poly tarp that I got from Menards. I'm using the 20 by 30 foot one, and this is kind of the mid to low grade one, you guys, because these tarp thingies are really expensive. I got them from the automotive department within Menards, and I think even for this big one, I only paid like 25 to 30 bucks for it. The reason that I got such a low grade quality tarp is because I wanted to try this out to see if this would even work as a solution for shutting down this patio. For those of you who are not aware, this is my first house, this is my first patio, so everything is trial and error at this point. A few things to consider, right? Definitely the dimensions of your space. I know that our pergola area is a 10 by 14, so I wanted to make sure that I got a tarp that would at least cover that area. I also knew that I would be cutting this thing in half and using a portion of it to cover the pub table. Additionally, I had to also accommodate for the excess tarp that I knew I wanted to tuck underneath the furniture, so I'm using basically the legs of the furniture to anchor this thing down. I also wanted to leave some slack for rain, moisture, and snow to kind of collect on top of the furniture. I also later put holes in the tarp. I didn't film that part, but that was so that the moisture could escape. I mean, so it's like, okay, if I'm not protecting my furniture from the cold or the moisture, what am I protecting it from? Well, dirt, animals, you know, animal poop, you know, different things like that. It's very different in the summer when you're out there like every day maintaining this thing. In the wintertime, you are not in your yard, you are not outside, so you are not wiping this stuff down, you're not like taking care of it. So you need to protect it in a way that you know you're not going to be anywhere near it for a period of time. And in our case, Midwest, it's going to be a couple months. It's like you're making it so that your patio can survive without you. So how is everything holding up? I wanted to share with you guys a clip of some real life Midwest weather happening. So it's snowing today. It's about 25 degrees and everything seems to be holding up pretty good. The slack that I put for the furniture coverings, it's all working out perfectly. All of the snow is kind of collecting where it should and have those holes in there. So once this stuff starts to melt, the moisture will drain out. The pergola material itself is made out of a solid cedar material and it's also been treated. So this is good to go for the outdoors. We've been reassured of that. So I didn't want to cover that, but I wanted to show you guys what I meant about the snow kind of collecting. You see those little pockets? If I would have had that thing all the way extended, it could have gotten full of piled up snow and it definitely could have brought the structure down. So that's why I went ahead and retracted that shade. I truly hope this video was helpful, you guys, to maybe a first-time homeowner out there, maybe someone who newly renovated their patio deck, just some ideas on how to really protect your investment. And if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, comment below your favorite part, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.